no technical. Good luck today, guys. It's going to be a great show.
Oh, Ray, thank you.
Don't worry about anything. Terry's got it under control.
I know.
He's calm-headed.
Yeah.
Am I calm? I'm calm today.
He's good.
Yeah. We're actually starting to live stream it. I like to live stream some of the background stuff anyways, before we start.
We're here for you.
Thank you. And hopefully, I'm gonna do a little something in the beginning. It's gonna be fun. I'm so excited. All right. I guess I should tell. Well, we still have a. This is gonna end here pretty soon.
Yeah. What do you get? 3 minutes?
Yeah.
I love that opening song, by the way. Still do.
My opening song?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Oh, have you heard the whole thing?
Yeah, I think so. I should listen to the whole thing again. Yeah, just a snippet of it doesn't do it justice.
Oh yeah, I'll give you the link to the whole thing. All right, so I'm calling Studio A now. So we're gonna need to mute up here in a minute. Oh shit! Wrong. Damn it. Hold on. Studio.
You there?
Almost. I'm just still add to call. Here we go. It's not there.
Enjoy your extra big ass fries.
You didn't give me no fries. I got an empty box.
Would you like another?
Extra big ass fries. I said I didn't get any.
Thank you. Your account has been charged. Your balance is 0. Please come back when you can afford to make a purchase. I'm sorry you had
Come on. Kids are starving.
Thank you for tuning in to Revolution Radio. Here at Revolution Radio, we believe in freedom of ideas, freedom of speech, and above all, we believe in freedom of existence through self-reliance. This station is 100% listener supported and is a fundraising
I'm having a little bit of an issue with the.
$100 donation. 35,000 seeds.
Hey, we're about to start.
Long-term farmers and fortunate varieties. So if food prices go crazy, good news, fan, or you just want to save tons of money every year by creating your own food like I do, grab our seed pack special. Just look at the banner on the homepage at freedomslips.com. Don't be a statistic. Don't be part of the problem. Be part of the solution. We need as humans to start taking care of ourselves, not depending on the megacorps to provide unhealthy, nasty food. Included in this package is also a DVD with 900 survival documents and the offline home canning how to do everything website, all on the DVD. So when you're growing all that food, you know how to can it, store it, preserve it, etc. with all these documents. Thank you for tuning in to Revolution Radio at freedomslips.com. I hope that you will pick up this package and start learning to be free. Revolution Radio, freedomslips.com, where information never sleeps and freedom is one seed.
We're about to start.
Yay!
We're about to start.
Woo!
Woo!
You see, I grew up in America. I grew up in a land where phrases like, I have a dream, meant something. I grew up where I believed that freedom existed, that that's what I was fighting for, that our founding fathers made America the land of the free and the land of the brave. This is America, damn it, and I'm taking it back.
And now your host, Terry Joyce.
All right, welcome to the Freedom of Joyce show. So this is going to be a great day today, because you know what? I am not. I'm not broadcasting from my room. You know, I'm not. I am actually on remote. I'm on location at Hawaiian Vapor in Vancouver, Washington. And one of the things that we're going to follow up on today is the controversy over vape pens. But that's not just it today. Also, we've got William Samsel coming on later from the Samsel Report, and we're going to be playing a episode of Charlie Danger Private Detective in the second hour, which is a series that, like the old school 1940s, kind of radio broadcast that William Samsel has written based on some books that he's written. And I do the most notable voice of the femme fatale character on the show. I play Jean Connery. And so it's going to be really fun today to listen to it. Also, we're going to have the Freedom Report with Dino Dad 32. He will be here later in just a moment. Want to let everybody say hi to everybody out in the chat room. Happy Easter 420. I love that. And, yay, Jesus and pot. But I do, before we start, I want to let our listeners know that we are listener supported, and we do really thank you for your donations that you give us that keeps our network going. We're all volunteers here. We're not greedy corporate people. We're actually creating these shows from our heart. And so please do give us a donation. And again, I always say I thank you already because I'm positive, and I know you probably already donated. So, but yeah, today's a great show. Again, I am broadcasting from Hawaiian Vapor, and you can check them out at hawaiianvapor.org. We'll be here in a moment on that. But I do want to say this is the Happy Easter 420 show. Hitler's birthday and Jesus all in the same day. Who knew that was even possible in any way, shape, or form? And here's the thing about I think Jesus will be resurrected on this Sunday, and he will be smoking a big fatty, and God will say, "And it was good." It was good. So I'm gonna tell you, I'm going to say, the cannabis oil, the healing herb of all the nations. Yay. So we get to, and let's give a shout out to the bunny and the egg and Ishtar. Is it Ishtar? I thought it was a bad movie starring Warren Beatty and Dustin Hoffman, but apparently it has to do with the pagan holiday, which we're so confused about. We have Christ, we have Hitler, and we have bunnies and eggs. And I'm gonna do an egg hunt. I'm gonna get stoned, and I'm gonna have some hash oil, and I'm gonna be hunting for colored eggs. And let me tell you something, I will see God when I find one. Well, and there's the camera right there. I'm like where am I talking to? I'm looking at the microwave. I want to say something. I've been following the Bundy Ranch situation with Clyde Bundy. And I'm sending my love out there. I wish I was there, live streaming. It looks like we're going to have a guest here at the top of the month of somebody who's been out on Bundy Ranch, but I don't know if I'm pretty sure most of our listeners know what that's all about right now. And what's impressive to me is that I think it was Clyde Bundy, when he was tasered, he just ripped it out of his chest and threw the taser at the police. It was like Godzilla, And I would wish I had a picture of the police face when that happened. I mean, could you imagine witnessing somebody just ripping a taser out and go, "Take that back, government!" The dogs must have went. I gotta say, now that's a real cowboy. Save a horse, ride a cowboy. All right. Sorry, I had to throw that out there. I love that song. I know it's cheesy. It's almost like Billy Ray Cyrus, though.
It's actually a great song.
It is. It's a great song. I wish I could play it right now, but we can't because we have copyrights on the show.
Those two are one of the most phenomenal musicians.
Let's play it later on today.
Okay. What is it?
All right. That's Stephen Barry. He is. I'm with Stephen Barry and Vanessa Scouten, and you are like the youngest. They're like the youngest entrepreneurs here. With Hawaiian Vapor, and we're going to get to all of us here in a moment. We are also live streaming on my Freedom of Joyce live stream, Ustream. So if you're checking in there, you can also go to at Freedom of Joyce Ustream. So right now, I'd like to introduce to the show Dino Dad 32 with our favorite gun advocate, Dino Dad 32 with the Freedom Report.
Good morning, good afternoon, Madam Joyce. We're humbled in your presence.
As well you should be. I'm kidding.
You know, you've been talking about the current events, and people are still chatting on the internet about what happened at the Bundy Ranch last week.
Mm-hmm.
Many people are saying it may be the first step to something big in America. Well, we will see about that. Also in the news, former mayor of New York and left-wing wacko Michael Bloomberg is still out there on a rampage to cleanse our nation of our guns. His campaign called Mayors for Gun Control epically failed, so now he merged it into his new movement that he created this Tuesday called Every Town for Gun Safety. I love these nice little names they come up with. Former Mayor Bloomberg is going city to city trying to get other politicians to join him in his Bloomberg anti-gun push, which will fail again, hopefully. You have to ask yourself, what's really behind his agenda? Why is he putting all this effort into these extreme campaigns? What is he trying to accomplish? People got to think about that. I always say, and I found this true in life, the man who sings the loudest at church has the most to hide. There is some kind of hidden agenda here. You remember back in 2013, right after Sandy Hook, when they tried to pass new nationwide gun legislation with Senator Dianne Feinstein's new assault weapons ban, which was so poorly written, it had to fail. It was like they wanted it to fail. It was so dreadful. I don't know if most people realize if Feinstein's assault weapon ban passed by some miracle, it would have illegalized most guns in this country, and it would have caused mass chaos and panic throughout the nation. Luckily, we came to our senses in the end and defeated that appalling bill and the others they tried to pass. You know, I read a great quote the other day. It said, the day is fast approaching when fence sitting will no longer be possible. You will stand with resistance or take a knee and willingly accept the yoke of tyranny and oppression. People are drawing a line in the sand these days, and things may have to change in this country soon. Things will go from bad to worse. It will all come to a head when things get dire. Like I said last week, the people, the sheep, will hold on to a system they are used to, no matter how corrupt or intolerable it may get. Charles de Gaulle said, nothing strengthens authority as much as silence. We have to speak out against the obvious corruption that's happening right in front of our noses each day. If we don't monitor our own government, then who will? It's our duty as citizens of this great nation to monitor and regulate our own government. For if we don't, who will? And we will never get ahead in this country if we keep letting the lobbyists control our government. I promise you, the lobbyists are not working for our best interests and quickly destroying our once great nation. Do you realize the balance of power between us and the elite in our government is exactly opposite of where it should be? You know, I shared a meme with Terry a few weeks ago. I sent it to her again last night. Memes may be becoming the new social sharing news broadcast. My meme read, when they protest in Europe, the government changes. When we protest in America, the government laughs. You know, I hit you with a lot of nice quotes today, but what does all this mean? We can read dozens of great memes on the internet and feel like we're making a difference. But if we just stay on our couch and do nothing, then all will be lost. We have to fight, not just get angry about what's going on today, but really do something about it. and make some type of difference in our lifetime. You know, in 1776, only 3% of our fledgling nation's people participated in the Revolutionary War. And by the way, we won that one. That same 3% today, angry, working hard together, and putting their feet on the street, if we really wanted to make a difference, things could change. If we fight for a cause, any cause you believe in, for us to make any changes in our future for our kids, we have to get out there, don't you think, Terry? We have to make big changes for truly a better future. As you know, we lose our freedoms each day, little by little, one by one. One day, all of a sudden, without us realizing it, we'll wake up and be completely under government control. And that's it for the Freedom Report today on April 18, 2014. Please find Dino at DinoDad32.com or on YouTube at DinoDad32. Please check out and comment on our amazing videos out there. Now, back to you, Terry.
Oh, hey, thank you, Dino. That was a great Freedom Report, and I absolutely love it. And I do agree with you. If we don't start taking action and really waking up and caring about what's going on, then we're going to our freedom is going to be taken away. And what's even going to be worse is the generations beyond us is what I'm concerned about.
My two boys, that's what I'm concerned about. The opportunities for them are going to be much smaller than what we had when we were kids growing up.
Yeah.
Don't you believe that?
Well, I do believe that, and and a lot of times, like as you start to wake up to what's happening, it just looks horrendous sometimes. I think I say to myself, how did it get this bad? What is going on? And sometimes I reminisce for my past. You know, what it was like when I was a kid, the things that I was experiencing as a child, even as a young, well, I'm still young, but when I was a younger adult, when we knew each other, Dino. I mean, Dino and I go way back. We met as extras on the set of, I think it was a movie about the Menendez brothers, made for TV movie about the Menendez brothers.
Yeah, maybe we worked before then a few times. But
Are you sure?
You heard the expression, land of the free, home of the brave. Remember when we were kids, we heard that? No one says that anymore. We're not the land of the free anymore. Have you realized that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But you know what? If I tell my father that, my dad goes, no, America's the most free country ever. My parents still believe that we have rights and freedoms. My mom's a little skeptical now, but I still know people that feel like, hey, we're America, and they're very boastful, they're very prideful about it, and those are the people that eat hot dogs and go to like football games and drink a bunch of beer and stuff, and paint their faces in strange colors, and eat barbecue, eat meat, and have like beer. Gator, okay, maybe I'm profiling people, but that's what I think in my head, is that we're just caught up in this droned mall sort of mentality, which I think when you look at zombie movies and everybody ends up at the mall in a zombie film, I think that's very telling, maybe, and it has a metaphor to it. But Dino, we do have a great show happening here, and I'd like to welcome also our guest, who from the Samsel Report, and also the creator of The Adventures of Charlie Danger, Private Detective, William Samsel. William, thank you for coming to the show.
Hey, Terry, how you doing there?
I'm doing really great, and I mentioned cowboys earlier, and what a real cowboy is. A real cowboy is able to take a taser out of their chest and throw it at the feds. Not only can you be a cattle rancher or wear spurs, but if you pull a taser out of your chest, I always say like that's a real cowboy. And Wild Bill Samsel, you're the original cowboy here at Revolution Radio.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm a right kind of cowboy. me and my horse. Sweetheart, that's right. We do the headline roundup every Saturday evening, and we gather up them old headline critters and put them in the corral where they belong, right?
Right.
So, I guess I'm the cowboy of the network, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at your Skype picture, and you are wearing a cowboy hat. So
Oh, yes.
I would say you're definitely the cowboy of the network. How long have you been with Revolution Radio?
Oh, a little over a year now. A little bit over a year now that I've been doing it with Revolution Radio. Before that was with RBN, Republic Broadcasting Network. And before that was just some little bitty old thing going on here just locally in St. Louis, you know. So I've been doing this about, 2.5 years now.
Oh, great! So you really haven't been doing it that long. I mean, what got you started into becoming a part of alt media?
Oh, well, I knew about this. I found out, I woke up, okay,
Yeah.
back in the mid '90s, right?
Wow, you were earlier.
Yeah, I was living in Sedona, Arizona at the time, and I had been working on a project, and wrote a book entitled Today's New Atlantis, where you know the old legend of Atlantis, the civilization that destroyed itself and sank beneath the sea, right?
Yes.
And comparing that with America and what's happening to America being destroyed from within, and so the comparison between the two, you know.
Yeah.
And I met David Icke, and I was exposed to David Icke in the mid '90s.
Where did you meet David Icke at?
In Phoenix, Arizona. He had come to do a talk at the auditorium in Phoenix, and went down there, and there he was. So, anyway, but no, we got to talking about what I was into, and what he was into at that time was the Atlantis connection thing. And so that's when I first met him. But I had seen previously, I had seen a film of his entitled, what was it? Oh, I hate when I do this. I went blank. The Truth Shall Set You Free.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's what woke me up, was a good old David Icke, you know. And he's you know, we talked a few times because I was promoting my book at the time, and he was promoting his, and I met him a couple of times through my promotions, you know. And so I'm quoting, I think, a couple of his books, and he's quoted mine. And but it's been a long time since I've talked to him, and since I actually spoken with him. So.
Wow, so you've been quoted by him. That's
Oh yes. Oh.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do you go to parties and go, I've been quoted by David Icke?
Oh yeah.
Let me get you a drink.
So, but anyway, that's what started me off, and you know, I've been a musician all my life, and so I started writing songs about the New World Order.
Hello? No, how did people take to that?
How?
When you started doing, what year did you start doing songs about the New World Order?
Mm-hmm. Oh, nobody would play them. Nobody would, because, you know, they were just too political. You know, it was too political. You know, you should write something. Why can't you write a love song? Write a love song, you know, or something, you know.
Right.
But you know, I couldn't get people to listen to it. You know, and this is what we're talking about back at what? The turn of the century, you know, the turn of the millennium, right?
Right.
So.
Well, I mean, and people probably, I mean, I would imagine that I mean, I can remember at the turn of the millennium, and we were listening to Prince going, you know, we're going to party like it's 1999. You know, we had a whole different mind. I mean, I know I had a whole different mindset then. If you would have come up to me and said, oh, did you know that there were like possibly reptilian hybrids that have been, you know,
Right.
the elite, and I would go, what? You know, wait, what have you been smoking?
Yeah, what are you, crazy? You gotta be kidding me.
Right. But, you know, I'm kind of one of those open-minded people, so I maybe even back then I would go, that's interesting.
Oh no, they labeled you're a conspiracy theorist.
Right.
So that's the phrase-all catch-all word. Those are the magic words, you know. Conspiracy theorist, and that just negates it right there, you know.
Yeah.
Right. No matter what you're talking about, all I gotta do is whip out the conspiracy theorist, and you're shut down. You know, that's it.
But you're a conspiracy theorist that's with an imagination. Like you've created a whole series and radio show, and I apparently I'm a conspiracy theorist too. You know, I'm a pothead and a conspiracy theorist, which is even double undesirable. Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter what you stand for. I mean, what gets me is about how anybody labels you with anything. You know, I mean, you could just be walking down the street and somebody shouts out hippie, or, you know, it doesn't, you know, I could have spikes in my hair, punk rock, you know, I can pretend, I can dress up any way I want to, or so can anybody else, and all of a sudden you get some sort of label. You know, if you seem too feminine, you know, you're gay, you know, it doesn't matter. I'm kind of just sick of labels, but you know, again, that's the other media's agenda. Is everything has to be, defined and put in a button. And if you have a label of something, then automatically it denies all truth or your validity as a human being.
Right, exactly.
It's unbelievable.
I know.
Yeah.
So deal with it, right?
Right. Well, you know what? I guess what's the best thing to get to is to get to a place in your life where you go, I really don't care what you think about me. You know, or what I'm saying. If you take a stance on something, or you propose ideas that are out of the box according to what apparently that horrible norm that everybody's told that they have to conform to and be in line with, then then you're going to get criticized on some level. Who cares anymore? I'm tired. I don't want to live by that. All I know is that for myself, I create from as much truth as I understand at the moment, and then I'm gonna have a good time. That's it. I mean, you know, even if if people, well, in 6 months we could be in FEMA camps. You know what? I really don't want to subscribe to that philosophy either, because that's anytime you say that. I mean, yeah, sure, there might be an agenda for that. There might be population control and all these things happening. But if I say that it's going to happen tomorrow, then maybe it's going to happen tomorrow because I said it was going to happen tomorrow, because that's how powerful our minds are. But yeah.
It's all relevant.
It's all relevant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But regardless of that happening, I'm still going to hold on to a piece of like bliss and joy, regardless of what doomsday scenario that I'm told is what it being a possibility. Because I feel that if we don't do that, then they win. because they feed off of our of fear and those kind of energies. And if we raise ourselves up to love and character and strength and rebellion, because I do feel that rebellion is positive when your basic human sovereign rights are being taken away from us.
Violated, exactly.
Yeah, you can't just lie down and go, oh, go ahead and run me over because you're the authority.
Right.
Like that rancher out there who took the taser out of his chest.
Exactly.
You're not taking my cows or my land. And that's what we're talking about. People having land that they've had in their family for years, and then have some government, our government, come in, the federal government come in and say, oh, well, what happened 200 years ago is null and void. And because we're here, we're going to tell you what to do. And we're going to do this, we're going to take it from you. And this is not right.
Right. This is the same thing that they did to the Native American people 200 years ago.
Yes, it is.
And only that now they're doing it to everybody.
They are. Yeah. They are. And the scary thing is that, I turn on Revolution Radio and I hear about Bundy Ranch on almost every show. Or the ones that I've been listening to. I'm not listening to all the shows yet, but I've been listening to some of other people's shows, of course. And I go online, YouTube, the forums on Facebook, the people that I'm associated with. This is an important thing to us. But then I talk to somebody outside of this, in some places, and they have no idea what I'm talking about. Not a clue. And again, I'm like, oh, Terry, stop your protesting. You're a conspiracy theorist. What's wrong with you? Can't you behave yourself?
Behave yourself.
Never.
That's Vanessa. Vanessa says never. We'll be back with more Freedom of Joyce. Stay with us. Okay. Yeah. Let's see.